What's up, y'all? This your boy Markey Chukes with the Markey Chukes Show, and along with my co-host Travis, and we're here at the Medical Professional Building, along with Dr. Ukiwe, who deals in how do you pronounce that?
Nephrology.
Nephrology,
Which is a specialty that involves kidneys as well as high blood pressure.
Okay.
Okay, before we dive into why we're talking to the doctor today, we want to get a little background from you. Where did you practice medicine at? What made you even decide to get into this particular field?
Yes, nephrology is a very interesting field. It deals with the kidneys, as everybody knows. You know, this session that we are is actually the dialysis part of my office. And I say that because kidney is the only organ that when it stops working, when it fails, you can still keep people alive by putting them on kidney machine, otherwise called dialysis. Unlike the liver, when your liver fails, that's it. When your heart fails, that's it. When your lung fails, that's it. So kidney is the only organ in the body that when it fails, people can still live a reasonable life with a kidney machine or kidney transplant. And that's what made me go into specialty of kidney and hypertension.
Okay, what all places have you been? Where were you originally from, and where have you worked at, and what brought you to Lima?
Yes, I was born in Nigeria. In fact, I just came back from there a few days ago. And I left there right from high school, went to college, did everything here. My first practice was in Kentucky. I was there for 2.5 years, and then I moved to Lima about 15 years ago. So I've been in practice a total of 17.5 years now.
Okay, now to get into things, what can a person do as far as blood pressure is concerned, as far as taking care of your kidney? What does a person need to do to give them that good quality of life, to make sure that they're doing the right things to take care of their bodies?
Yes, high blood pressure, unfortunately, affects about 20 million Americans. And among those 20 million people, African Americans are highly overrepresented. Now, we are talking about dialysis because we are on the station that we do dialysis. If you knock out this wall, you will see people on kidney machine, but we wouldn't do that. So, about...
excuse us for a second. We need some video, everybody. Just
about 1/4 of people on kidney machine are there because of high blood pressure. That is in the general population. But if you come to our African Americans, it's more like almost half, close to half. Okay. So it's very important. Unfortunately, it's something that is inherited. You inherit it from your parents, grandparents, and so on and so forth. And the way to deal with this situation is, one, checking what you eat. Salt. We eat way too much salt.
So lay off the chips.
Yeah, lay off those chips.
And the pork.
Yeah, you know.
Ease up.
Ease up. I think you put it very correctly. Yes, it's very hard to say lay off, don't do this, don't do that. But it's more correct to say moderation, like everything else in life. I mean, soul food, we all enjoy it. Right. It tastes good, but it has way too much salt in it.
Now, what are some of the signs? Say, if I don't know I have blood pressure, what are some of the symptoms?
Very good question, but you don't want to wait till those symptoms come because they are not good.
Right.
Okay, so how often should I get a checkup?
Well, first, blood pressure is a silent killer. You really don't know. The symptoms you get is stroke or heart attack or kidney failure. Believe it or not, there have been some people that I see for the first time today, and they go on kidney machine the next day or the very same day from high blood pressure, and they did not know. So really, if you wait till those symptoms come, it's way too late. And the only way to prevent this or to know whether I have it or not is, one, we can buy blood pressure machine and check your blood pressure at home, monitor that. But that's not the best way. The best way is making sure you have a doctor and you see your doctor, make a regular office visit, and if you have it, they put you on medicine, make sure you take the medicine. And it's still good to have your own blood pressure machine at home so that you can periodically know what it looks like. Okay. So.
One thing that I know that with a lot of blacks, they have that fear of going to the doctor. Like, I don't want to know what's going on, or I don't want to pay the copay or whatever. Kind of speak to the people about, you know, getting rid of that fear. And it's, you know, the fear that you have going into the doctor is far worse than the problems that you can have from not going to the doctor.
You put it very correctly. That is so correctly put. That is so correctly put. I say that because we have seen people that waited too long. They don't want to come. They don't want to go, either because of one thing or the other, which you mentioned. And when they come to us, they are like half dead. And it's going to cost 10 times more at that time to take care of them than if you had followed them before and do some preventive measures. That is absolutely correct. And believe it or not, most doctors, if you let them know that you can't afford to do this or that, they will work with you. Okay. Most doctors will work with you and accommodate you. Our job is to take care of patients. Most of us don't even look whether you have this or you have that, insurance or no insurance. So don't let that, please, stop you. Don't let that deter you. Okay? Make sure you follow up with your doctor and let them know what your situation is, and I'm very sure they will work with you. Even if you can't afford the medicine, majority of them will provide you medicine from their office free of charge if they have them, if they can. And another way to do it is, there are differences in medications. There are some Cadillac and Mercedes medicines, and there are some Pinto and Ford medications. Yeah, and they all do the same thing. Right. You know, it's like, you want to drive to New York. It's a question of whether you want to drive in style on Mercedes or drive in Ford. You will reach there. So the point is, work with your doctor. Let them know your situation. They will try to find those medicines that are cheap but will do the same work instead of giving you those expensive ones. There are some of them, a lot of them you can get for $3, $4 a month, and there are some you can get for $100 a month, and they will do the same. But just let your doctor know your situation. They will certainly work with you. Please don't let that stop you from going.
And one thing that I want to throw in before I pass back to Markey, I've had loved ones that have gone to the doctor, you know, so they've taken the time out, gone or gotten over the fear or whatever, gone to the doctor. Then the doctor tell them one thing, and they do the exact opposite. They're like, you know, you need to cut back on this, cut back on that, and you go in the refrigerator, and they're eating. It's just sodium central, you know. It's yeah, it's got the Morton salt. Yeah, the Morton salt girl is just standing in the refrigerator with the umbrella, you know. So, you know, definitely, you know, get out there, get checked up, you know, get your doctor, but definitely follow the doctor's orders. If they're telling you something, they're saying it for a reason, not just to be saying it. And you can't come back mad at the doctor and say, well, they didn't work. Well, no, you didn't listen to the plan that you were given. So, you know, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, not only just in the new year, but just make it a lifestyle change.
So before we get out of here, I want to make this clear. You don't have to stop using salt. Just lay back, cut back. Okay, because okay.
People, if you do that shake 10 times, shake it only maybe 5 times.
Okay. So we making that clear. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to stop. I don't want to watch that when he got doctors on there. They finna tell us something we don't want to hear. Any case, thanks, Doc, for coming by and giving us.
But let me also conclude by saying this. You said some people, they do exact opposite. That may be true. I see quite a lot of elderly people in their late 70s and maybe 80s. And I tell them, you know, if you've lived this long, you must have done something right. So those people, I give them a little leeway. So not everybody get treated the same. And it's also important when the older people go to see their doctor to go with a family member. Because they may not remember everything you said, and that's why they do the opposite. But if they go with a family member who will help remind them what the doctor said, it's usually very helpful. Right. And since we're on the topic of medical care, it's also important if you're a black male, make sure you have your PSA. That's the blood test for the cancer of the prostate gland. It's very common in our black folks, and the good news is it's very, very and easily treatable and curable, but you have to pick it up in time, have to find it in time. The recommendation is to start to check it once a year after age 50. Okay. But for our black folks, it's more like after age 45, not 50.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So is this the prostate exam with the glove?
No,
no,
not
not that one. Okay,
No,
this.
no, 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 no.
Because we'd come back on and we'd get video of Markey getting his done. So, we can do Markey right now. What's it right now? So is this the one with the? Is this more of a blood?
No, it's
taking
a
blood
test. Yeah, it's a blood test.
Okay.
PSA.
But Markey, we should come on and get Markey getting a prostate exam though. Do you agree?
I agree.
That's next year sometime, next season or something like that. Like I said, thanks, Doc. I know you had a busy schedule today. Thanks for stopping for us and coming, sitting down and talking with me and Travis. Man, this is another episode. I hope that this helps somebody. We're gonna wait to put this out for Black History Month, but Travis said let's put it out now because people need to hear that. Right. So, at any case, y'all have a good day. Y'all be blessed. Love one another. Peace. Say peace, Doc.
Thank you very much.